guys, how is it going? Hopefully you're having a great day. Today I'm going to go over my top 5 baits for my 2016 season, the season that has just passed. I'm going to go over the baits that have either produced the most for me, wowed me the most, or just overall really good baits that I used in the past season. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with number 5. My number 5 bait for the last season was the Robo Worm, the hot tip Robo Worm. It is a very, very good finesse bait. So the particular Robo Worm I have here, and the Robo Worm I use the most, I have 6 packs of this particular worm, is a 6-inch straight tail in salt and pepper chartreuse. It's a very natural color, very good clear water color. I fish this particular Robo Worm on a drop shot, on a shaky head, and sometimes I'll Texas rig it as well. You can also probably use this as a flick shake or a Nico rig if you would like to. I caught some of my biggest largemouth bass on this particular worm. I'm not sure why I don't catch big smallmouth on this worm, maybe because smallmouth prefer a smaller profile or something like that. But some of my biggest fish from the last season came on this worm, either on a shaky head or on a drop shot. So at number 4, we have a crankbait. We have the Rapala DT10 series crankbaits. This one in particular is the DT10 in Mardi Gras baby bass, I believe. You guys can see right here. I got it in my from Simple Fishing at the beginning of the season, and I have used this bait a lot. I use this bait if I'm fishing between 12 and 8 feet of water, or if I'm fishing deep and the grass is about 10 feet from the surface. This bait has been on my rod a lot, has caught me a bunch of fish. I can't even count on the top of my head how many fish this bait has caught me, this one in particular. The paint job is very good on this bait too. It has held up very, very well. It's a great bait. I love the action. The price isn't too bad, and the quality is there for sure. So at number 3, we have a tie between 2 baits. Both of them are topwater baits, and both of them have produced about the same amount of fish for me, and both of them are very fun to fish. So I got a popper and I got the whopper plopper. So both of them have a little bit of different action when you're fishing them on top of the water. Of course, this one has a popping action. This one has more of a buzz bait action and a bubble trail left behind. But the popper is a standby for me. I've always fished the popper. I've always had confidence in the popper. This one in particular is a Bass Pro XPS popper right here. So the whopper plopper took the 2016 season by storm. It wowed everyone that put this bait in their hands, has caught everyone fish. It took the market by storm. I got this bait in my mystery tackle box back in I think February or March, and I put this guy to the test this summer, and it was a great bait. Very unique action, very nice condensed profile. This is the 90, I believe. Caught me a bunch of smallmouth, even some rock bass, and some largemouth. So it's a great bait. I'm definitely going to be buying more of these in the future. At number 2, we got my favorite square bill crankbait. I was introduced to these guys in June, I believe, when I went to a local Canadian Tire and picked some up. This is the... Let me untangle these. The Berkley Pitbull Square Bill. I have 2 colors right here. This one's in bluegill, and this one is in orange craw or something like that. This one I've used more, so I held up this one. But this is my go-to square bill crankbait. It dives to 5.5 feet, which may be a little deep for some of you guys, but for all the structure in my lake, this is a perfect depth to get down into the rocks. Has caught me a bunch of smallmouth, caught me a bunch of largemouth. The paint job is very nice, although it is wearing off at the bottom from all the teeth marks. It's held up very, very well. I have lost a bunch of these guys, unfortunately, which isn't that bad though because they aren't that expensive. The action is great, the depth is great, everything about this crankbait is amazing. Every time I throw this crankbait on, I will catch a fish, and I'm sure of that. So this is my go-to crankbait that I started using this summer. So at number 1, we have the Angler's Choice Kill Shot. Most of you guys knew this was coming. I was introduced to this bait back in July, I believe. I went to a local sale and I bought some of these. I actually bought a pack of the 3-inch baby bass color, which I'm holding up right now. What this bait is a ribbed body bait with a little spear tail at the end, and it's a killer drop shot bait. It's a very unique action. It stinks, and the smallmouth just love it. Every time I have thrown this bait on, I have produced fish. It has produced my biggest smallmouth of the season, and it's a go-to bait, it's a confidence bait for me now. If you guys haven't tried it out and you're a big drop shot geek like me, make sure you try it out. It may just change the drop shot game for you guys. So like I said, this is my top 5 baits of the 2016 season, but I have to add an honorable mention, and it is the chatterbait. It wasn't this particular chatterbait, but it was a chatterbait of the same color that caught me my personal best largemouth bass of the season. It was the Z-Man chatterbait in Summer Craw. It was 3/8 ounce, and it had just the twin tail trailer at the end, but it caught me my biggest fish of the season, 5.75 pound largemouth bass, and it caught me a fair amount of good smallmouth as well. And the rock bass seemed to love that bait too. I caught one of my biggest rock bass on that bait as well that day. So it's an honorable mention. It wasn't in my top 5 because I lost most of my chatterbaits, and I don't necessarily like throwing the white or shad colored ones, so I wasn't throwing them as much. But it's an honorable mention. It caught on my PB, so I'm going to mention it, of course. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it's a good way of summing up all of the baits that I really liked last season. If you guys liked the video, leave a like down below. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do. And if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. All my social medias down below. All my discount and coupon codes are also down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.